sports fans from Blaine Fieldhouse at Blaine High School, home of the Bengals. It's time for high school girls volleyball on North Metro TV. Tonight, the Bengals welcome in a longtime power that is just a bit down in the transition year. The Jordan Jaguars come into Bengal Fieldhouse. Good evening and welcome to North Metro TV coverage of high school volleyball. Jenna Cox alongside Larry Mickelson. And Larry, starting with the Jaguars, they are a team, as we talked about just before we started our broadcast, very good history of volleyball at very high levels. But this year, lost some seniors, and they're looking to transition and rebuild to what they have been in years past.
Exactly, JW. They've had a strong last probably half dozen years, but they're in that transition period. They lost Brittany Chambers, and then I believe it's Kelsey Chambers from their lineup, and those are two big guns to miss. But they're trying to replace them with number 4, Megan Werke, who leads them in kills this year. But they also lost a player this year. You had mentioned Rachel Freund in the pregame. So that's a big loss when you're trying to make that continuity going. So it's a little bit of a rebuilding year, but they've lost 10 matches. But you had mentioned to me off air they lost 7 of them to ranked teams, including 3 of them to LeSueur Henderson.
0-7 against ranked teams. As you mentioned, Megan Werke also leading the way. The senior setting things, Hallie Anderson, you see her right there as well at the net, getting things warmed up for the Jaguars. They have had a tough schedule and a tough go. Talking with their head coach, Colleen Chambers, she said if she had made the schedule, she would have tried to space those ranked teams out just a little bit, maybe push a few of them to the end of the year, give their team a little bit better chance to compete in those games. But she likes the way they've practiced, she likes the way they've grown, and now they just have to put it on the court. And today they'll have to do that against a team we're very familiar with, and a team that is very good, number 3 in the state right now, the Blaine Bengals, who come into this game. Their last 3 matches, Larry, have featured some 5-game matches, including one against Owatonna that went all 5, that Blaine was able to win 3-2. And they've been led by some familiar faces as well for Blaine, just continuing a good season out to a 9-0 start.
Right, we're familiar with a lot of the big names, Taylor Morgan, Cindy Dipke, but there's also some players that are a little less known perhaps, such as Alex Brown. Alex has put her time in playing defensive specialist over the past years behind the great Taylor Jordan. Now she's got big shoes to fill, taking up the libero spot for Taylor, and she's done a very good job back there. She's a good job at defensive specialist, and she stepped very well into the libero role as well.
You see Brown there with the 138 digs in that role as well. She's a senior. She's joined out there by another senior in Sierra Trost that also is stepping up and having a good season to help this team along. She has 47 kills, with 6 blocks and 88 digs. You see there, just a very good all-around effort from her in this senior year to help and be an integral part of this Bengals team.
Exactly. She probably gets overshadowed a little bit by Lydia Dimke, but Sierra Trost is a very good setter in her own right and a very good player. Maybe one of the keys to the team. She keeps the momentum going when Lydia goes to the back row. They don't miss a beat with Sierra as a setter. Very fun to watch, very good player, and a very valuable cog in this Blaine machine.
So Blaine at home, you see head coach Celeste Gorman there. She has her team off to a 9-0 start, 5-0 in the Northwest Suburban Conference. They put it on the line against a 5-11 team from the Minnesota River Conference, the Jordan Jaguars, and it comes up next right here on North Metro TV.
Known for its vineyards and hilltop villages, Umbria is also known for its delicious tasting pizza, made traditionally from the finest ingredients. Umbria Pizzeria will make you taste the difference, smell the love, and transport you to Italy.
La cena è pronta.
Dinner's ready.
You might even begin to feel like an Italian.
Delicioso.
Umbria Pizzeria, turning taste into memories.
If you need seamless gutters, whether the job is large or small, you can say,
I know a guy!
For your full-service landscaping, you can say,
I know a guy!
If you need commercial or residential lawn care, you can say,
I know a guy! I'm Charlie Walker, and if you need professional seamless gutters, landscaping, and lawn care, you can say, I know a guy!
In the nation, Our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
In Anoka County, contact Twin Cities Insurance Group, your nationwide insurance agent.
Back with you at Blaine High School, J.W. Cox alongside Larry Mickelson as the starters announced for the Jordan Jaguars in town facing Blaine. And Larry, we talked about some of the key players in this game, but in this one, it's a team that we talked about, Jordan rebuilding, Blaine very, very solid and a contender definitely this year. If you're Jordan, we'll talk about Blaine in a moment, but if you're Jordan coming into this game, what do you have to focus on to try and knock off a team that is as solid and having such a good year as Blaine?
Well, it's this coach's cliche, but you focus on your side of the net. Do what you can. It's obviously, if you've listened to us, if you've watched us in the past, it comes down to passing. You got to learn how to, you got to be able to control the ball on your side to set up those good sets, because the only way you're going to be able to probably beat a team like Blaine right now is be able to spread the ball around, keep them off balance. Because if you become predictable, Blaine's got the block all the way along the front line, they can shut you down in a hurry. And you just got to play with some confidence. Realize that it's been a tough road so far, but you've competed against some tough teams, and just go out there and do the best you can. And who knows, maybe you pull one off here. But Blaine's awfully tough.
And that's exactly what Coach Chambers said. The difference between the team she has seen in practice that has done fundamentally so well and the team she's seen on the court is just a lack of confidence, and that's something that's going to come with more matches for some of these young players for the Jaguars out there this season. The Bengals getting introduced now. They'll toss the T-shirts out when they get to the starters here at Blaine Fieldhouse. And Larry, for them, they just have some dynamic players that can really score and make it really tough on the other side of the net.
They are really balanced. You've got Lydia Dimke, who can hit and set. Taylor Morgan, one of the more dynamic players probably in the state right now, but she's also in the second middle blocking position. Jessica Jorgensen's right there, adds offense. The outsides are good with Hawkins and Bears, so they've got a pretty good, fundamentally sound team. When we saw them play earlier against Minnetonka, they were in control the entire match. Good passing led to some great offense and good defense.
And Coach Gorman talked earlier in the year about this team. This was just one match in, so she didn't have a big sample size last time we were here. But she talked about this team needing to close things out, and they have done that for the most part. We mentioned 2 5-game matches, one against Robbinsdale Armstrong and one against Owatonna. But other than that, a lot of 3-0, 3-1 on this sheet for their schedule. So clearly they've found a way to start to close teams out when they get ahead.
And that Owatonna match is probably a great one for them. They had to go on the road down to Owatonna, 5-set match, as you mentioned, and I believe the final was 15-13, so very, very close, but they hung on. They did get a little blemish this last weekend when they lost to Wayzata in the semifinals of the highly regarded Apple Valley Invitational. Here are the starting lineup for the Jordan Jaguars.
Weirkey, Hennon, Smith, Dean, Anderson, Case, and Klegstad.
Number 9 there, Mackenzie Hennon, just the freshman. So
a lot of youth on this Jordan team that lost 5-6 seniors it was last year off the team that had some court time as well. For the Bengals, you look at it there, some depth and some experience. Hawkins, Barris, Morgan, Jorgensen, Dimke, Trost, and Brown as the libero, and so it'll be interesting to see how the youth of Jordan can hold up against the experience and talent of the Bengals here at Blaine Fieldhouse, where they always get a good student section just off to our right. They'll stand for most of this game, and they'll watch their Bengals. We talked about it last time, unfinished business. Went into the state tournament. Both of these teams in the state tournament last year. Jordan came up as the runner-up.
Jordan took 3rd place last year. They lost in a memorable semifinal match against Stewartville that went 18-16, and I was fortunate enough to be at that match. I don't think it ended until 11 o'clock at night. Just a great match. And we talked a couple weeks ago, we were at Centennial, and Coach Rabine Manthi said there about the Cougars is they needed to learn how to to have somebody they could go to. And that's where I think Jordan is right now. Who's going to step up when crunch time comes around?
We're underway with Demke serving right to left on your screen. The Bengals, of course, in white and blue. The return back over. And it is finally pumped over by Jorgensen. Jordan with the first chance and a little bit too long. Now let's see.
It was off the touch there in the middle. Kill goes to Courtney Smith.
So they do get the first point of the game, and back to serve now will be Haley Anderson. First chance, and Jordan took advantage. Now Jorgensen rotating over, but into the net are the Bengals.
Double contact call there on the Bengals. Quick 2-0 lead now for the Jaguars.
Jordan serving again. On the block up front.
Sierra Trost on the kill there on the right side. And she'll go back to serve for the Bengals.
So 2-1, Bengals on the board. Long shot. Jordan needing Smith to bump it over. Back set. Is down and in, as that was Catherine Hawkins.
One of the two Hawkins sisters on the team there. Plays a strong outside. Take a look at the replay there, and just off the block and down in the middle of the court.
Trost serving again. The service ace. And there's the first lead for the Bengals at 3-2 after being down 2-0.
That's tough as a coach to see that ball land. There was really no excuse for that. Just kind of some miscommunication Jordan's side of the net.
Jordan having a little trouble with that first touch to be able to set something up. Now the block sends it right back to Blaine. Far side again for Hawkins, and she drops it down.
Kind of an odd swing there, kind of almost a backhander, kind of maybe threw Jordan off a little bit, but she was able to find the open court. Take a look at the replay there. Got the back row a little bit too deep.
Trost on the roll here, 4-2, but it's popped down. The second kill for Courtney Smith.
Nice little play there. Set wasn't that high, and she was able just to reach up and kind of slap it down a little bit. Nice play by Smith.
Lexi Erickson now will step in. Second most kills on the team, behind Weirkey. Good dig. Set it up.
Double there on Dimke there.
Shot went strong for Jorgensen.
They call a little bit tighter in high school than they do maybe with the club ball or anybody that plays the USAB or collegiate rules.
Becca Pauley serving, a senior for Jordan. That set pulled back and set up for Jorgensen, and she made it count, slammed it home.
Yeah, even though they call it double on the last play before that, that was a nice swing there by Jorgensen. Straight down.
5-4, Bengals at 1. Jorgensen serving from this near side, too long. Even it up at 5. The Bengals come in 5-0 in the Northwest Suburban Conference.
We've got Taylor Morgan now in the front row for Blaine.
Keep an eye there. She'll be on this near side of your screen right there, number 9. Number 8, excuse me. She focuses over to the middle.
So far, Hawkins has 3 kills. And none of them really what you would call pretty, but getting the job done.
6-5, Bengals up by 1.
For the Bengals, number 6, Rebecca Hawkins.
And Rebecca Hawkins back to serve. There you see it, the first time, the swing for Taylor Morgan, and that one a little dominant, 7-5, the Bengals up by 2.
Saw there, though, that Jordan wasn't able to get an attack going, just pretty much sent over a free ball, and Blaine was able to run their offense, especially to Taylor Morgan.
Morgan up over 100 kills this season. Far side, the shot finds its way down for Megan Weirkey, the junior outside hitter. And she makes it a 1-point game again at 7-6.
Just off the high hand, slowed it up just enough so it couldn't get to the back row, and down for a point for Jordan.
Wieskamp, excuse me, serving. Shot, though, for the Bengals on the near side. Demke had it, picked up by the Jaguars. Set up front. Morgan off the tip, found its way down in front of the back line, 8-6.
It's interesting. They have, we have Demke and Sierra Trost in the front row right now. So you have Rebecca Hawkins doing the setting.
Just a quick punch for Morgan there. Didn't take a big windup. Popped it over with plenty. Jaguars scramble. Shot. Back set for Demke. Picked up by Jordan. Far side. They want to go for Wierke, and it's blocked back in.
Nice block there by Demke and Morgan. And Coach Chambers is going to call a timeout for the Jordan Jaguars.
9-6. It's the most separation we've had. As you take a look at that last block that prompted the timeout with Demke and Morgan up front.
The high set to the outside allowed Morgan plenty of time to get over and cover that. Take a look at that. High hands up there.
Demke on the outside off the hands of Morgan exclusively there on that block. And so Coach Gorman, it was a little bit of a slow start, Larry, for Blaine, and they were down 2-0, but now they're out to the 3-point lead here in this first game. It just took them a while to start getting those shots to fall, and Catherine Hawkins has really been the player so far of this first game.
Yeah, she's been able to get the job done. She's got 3 kills so far, and just a variety of shots, but making sure that she gets the point. You keep the ball in play, good things happen. But Jordan, if they're going to stay with Blaine, they got to play more aggressively. They could start passing better, but they have to start taking some good swings.
It's going to be Hawkins back to serve out of the timeout. 9-6 Bengals lead. Jordan will have a shot. Far side, Wierke. It's kept up and in. Back set for Demke. Slam it home. 10-6. Bengals up 4.
Nice swing there by Lydia Demke. She's a very good setter, but she can really hit the ball.
Some of that versatility we talked about and depth in the pregame.
Nice play there by the setter,
Haley Anderson.
Haley Anderson. Saw that corner over there, and you catch the defense a little flat-footed on the 2-ball.
Not an aggressive power swing, but an aggressive play there to just cut your touches one short and find a hole. 10-7 now, back to a 3-point game. Set coming to the near side, popped over.
Nice
and Jordan
play.
recovers. That was Wieskamp. Back set Demke again, slam it home. That one's in.
Nice play by Jordan to keep the ball alive. Good play by Brown to keep it alive for Blaine. And a nice swing there by Demke with the tough angle shot.
Lydia Demke, the 6'2 junior for the Bengals. And has her team up 11-7.
That's what you can't do as Jordan right there, is give Blaine that ball.
Jorgensen had the shot picked up. Now they'll get a shot with Wierke.
Off the Blaine touch. Good aggressive swing by Wierke.
Just see the complete difference when they do get that shot. That second pass, a lot better that time to allow the set. Wierke now back to serve. Good dig. That was Hawkins. Set up front for Smith, and she found a hole on that far side. Back to a 2-point game, 11-9.
Take a look at the replay here. Just a nice swing, finds a kind of an tough angle shot for Smith, and down it goes.
Hawkins with the first touch over to Demke to set her up. It was in and off the block. 12-9, Bengals up 3 again. Demke
good powerful swing there by Demke.
Playing a whale of a game. You see kind of that even stat line, 25 aces, 83 kills, some blocks, 15 assists. She's back to serve now. Jordan again gives the free ball to the Bengals with the back set for Hawkins for the long shot into the net, and it's 12-10.
You look at some of these balls that are coming up on those passes, and you're saying, well, I thought they called it tighter. First contact, you're allowed to be a little looser with the ball than you would on the second, third contact. Service error by Anderson. And it's 13-10 now, Blaine.
Trost back to serve. Jordan with a shot. Bengals recover. Need a long third shot to get it back over. Set to the far side. Mackenzie Hennon, a freshman, tried to put it down. Instead, the Bengals pick it up, and it's fought back over by Michaela Barris.
Nice little punch shot there off the hands of Jordan.
Get a second look. Barris sweeping in from that near side. 14-10. Bengals with the lead. Serve again for Trost. The shot that time for Smith. Partially blocked. Bengals recover. Far side they go for Hawkins. Dug out on the near side by Klegstad. Bengals again. Playing it off the partition. Shot. Barris couldn't find the ground, so another shot coming up for Hennon. And a great volley developing here. Pump back over. Caught him by surprise. Lydia Dimke dropped it home for the point.
Beautiful play by Dimke there. You can see the defense was really back in the back row. Big open spot in the middle. Didn't have to be that fine with it. Point Blaine.
15-10. Set it for Smith, and she didn't take the shot. A little too deep. Maybe she thought it was going back behind her.
A little off on the set there. I think set was a little late on that.
So a timeout for Jordan. 16-10 here in the first game. And there was some aggressiveness out of their last timeout, Larry, for the Jaguars. But the Bengals just with some really smart plays to kind of capitalize on any chance that they've gotten so far. And they're up by 6.
You can see Coach Chambers there getting a little frustrated, saying, you know, there's some plays that just shouldn't happen. It's just you got to stay involved with the play the entire time. That's what she's telling them. You got to stay. You got to be aggressive. Let's go and start passing the ball and start taking our swings.
We mentioned it in passing in the pregame. 10 teams on the schedule for the Jaguars are ranked. This is the 8th game against the number 3 Bengals. Played number 9 Hopkins, number 5 LeSueur Henderson 3 times. Meyer Lutheran, that was number 5 at the time, and Belle Plaine, number 3. And all of those were losses, and they all started the season in a row, the first 5 games. And that's a tough gauntlet to go through, especially for a young team.
Yeah, it's hard to get confidence going when you're losing that often, but they just got to hang in there. Start working on the little things.
16-10 here in the first of this one. And the service ace, touched twice. But Jordan unable to get it up and over, so it's 17-10. It's Trost still serving out of that timeout. Biggest lead keeps expanding here for the Bengals. Far side the shot to the back row for Maddie Dean. Picked up by the Bengals, and the shot right down the line for Michaela Barris.
That was a nice shot by Barris, going right, you mentioned, right down the line. Not the easiest one, but wide open.
It's almost some tennis placement there, that close to the line. 18-10. Again, Trost. And again, a service ace on the first touch into the net. 19-10. Really starting to pull away here in this first.
Strong service run here by Sierra Trost. Substitution now for Jordan as Werke comes out, and Brooke Sievers comes in, just a 8th grader actually.
She'll be along the back as Trost serves. 19-10 Blaine. First touch over, slam back down by Jessica Jorgensen. Didn't waste any time. It's 20-10.
Nice play by Jorgensen. Didn't get too excited over there. Just waited to come across the net and made no doubt about it.
And now Jorgensen up front along the net with Barris. And Trost finally with the service error there to give it up. And it's 20-11, but a good run.
7 straight points off of her serve. You get 7 points in somebody's serve, you'll forgive a service error.
Especially deep, being aggressive towards that back row, as you've talked about before. Now Becca Pauley back to serve, one of the few seniors. 5 on the roster for Jordan. And that one out, I believe, is
service error there. Off the antenna.
Off the other side of the antenna. So 21-11, back to a 10-point lead. That's been the largest in this game.
For the Bengals, number 20, Allison Brisky.
Allison Brisky into the game.
New player we haven't seen yet this year for Blaine.
Morgan also comes in. Block shot just finds its way over Morgan's block. Near side into the net on the shot for Michaela Barris. So it'll be 21-12.
And this is where I think Jordan really misses a player like that solid senior that can kind of get that team up, give them some excitement, get them going. They don't have that leadership, right now to get that done.
It was going to be junior Rachel Friend coming back as she was going to be an on-the-court leader. That's what Coach Chambers was talking about, but they lost her to injury, so they'll have her back as a senior. They're looking forward to that, but you mentioned that's a big hole when not only a solid player with talent, but also a player with leadership ability on a young team. Now it's Hannah Klegstad, one of the seniors, back to serve at 21-12. Demke the set, near side the block, picked back up by Hawkins. Demke pops it over, finds the corner.
Another smart play by Demke there. Takes that block, knowing that the Jordan defense is going to be coming up on it, and just push it to the wide open right corner.
Nobody home, 22-12. Her right, our left. Her right, Jordan's left, 22-12. Serve for Hawkins, Rebecca Hawkins this time, and the shot too deep, I believe, off the hand of Weirkey.
Just a little long on that one.
It's 23-12. This is the largest margin that we've had so far. A couple points away from taking this first game on the Bengals. Hawkins again serving. And that'll be the service ace as the first touch goes too deep and wide, 24-12. Game point right here.
Brings up a set point now for Blaine. And Demke ends it.
Demke ends it. Demke had quite a few kills during it. 25-12. The Bengals cruise late in that first set, Larry, to kind of pull away and make sure they would leave no doubt about who was going to take the first set here against Jordan.
Yeah, they Jordan was hanging tight at 13-12, and then Blaine 13-10, and then just Blaine ran away after that. So we'll return after these messages. North Metro TV, channel 15.
Known for its vineyards and hilltop villages, Umbria is also known for its delicious tasting pizza. Made traditionally from the finest ingredients, Umbria Pizzeria will make you taste the difference, smell the love, and transport you to Italy.
La cena è pronta.
Dinner's ready.
You might even begin to feel like an Italian.
Delicioso.
Umbria Pizzeria, turning taste into memories.
If you need seamless gutters, whether the job is large or small, you can say,
I know a guy!
For your full service landscaping, you can say,
I know a guy!
If you need commercial or residential lawn care, you can say,
I know a guy! I'm Charlie Walker, and if you need professional seamless gutters, landscaping, and lawn care, you can say, I know a guy!
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
In Anoka County, contact Twin Cities Insurance Group, your nationwide insurance agent.
With gold at an all-time high, take that rope and say bye-bye. Earrings, bracelets, rings, and chains. We buy gold at your exchange. Don't send your gold to someone strange. We buy gold at your exchange. Spring Lake Park, Fridley, Blaine. We buy gold at your exchange.
Back with you on North Metro TV. The first set goes to the Blaine Bengals, 25-12, and you see them there just about to break their huddle. And the Jordan Jaguars, they were already waiting for them, and hopefully out of that timeout, a little more intensity and some aggressiveness that we saw, maybe in flashes, but definitely not for a sustained time.
Well, I think that's what Coach Chambers would like to see. I think she was getting a little frustrated with the lack of intensity on the court, as you mentioned. They just looked a little flat. They kind of hung with Blaine for a little bit, and then Blaine ran off 8 points in a row, and that was all she wrote. But I think if Coach Chambers just wants let's get some fire. This is where you need somebody to step up and say enough is enough. We got to do something different.
And Coach Gorman and the Bengals getting things set on their rotation there on the lineup. And so we'll start the second.
Hallie Anderson to lead off the serving for Jordan.
And switching sides right to left this time. Just notice both teams actually wearing white, trimmed in maroon for Jordan. As the shot taken by Weirkey. Blaine needs one last hit to recover, and they do. To the front.
Got a net call on Jordan. I'd really like to see
5, but probably 15.
As far as Jordan goes, I'd really like to see them get Smith more involved in the middle, but you got to be able to pass the ball first.
There she was, blocked, and it was a good setback down by Jorgensen for the Bengals. And we saw Smith very early on in this match, early in that first set.
Got to get that set a little bit higher. She's having to hit it down around her shoulder. You need to get her, allow her to extend her arms.
And basically put that one right into the block. There's a service ace for Lydia Dimke. And it's 3-0 Bengals out to a quick start. Something needs to go right for the Jaguars here quickly.
You've got the 8th grader, Brooke Sievers, coming back in now, replacing, I believe, Worky in the back row. Nope.
Case. I believe sat down. The serve again.
Service is
That's
out.
Too long, so it's 3-1.
Back in for Jordan, number 13, Becca Pauley.
And Pauley will come right in and serve.
And number 12, Lexi Erickson.
And Erickson moves up to the front row in the middle now for Jordan.
Bengals setting it up front for Jorgensen, and just a miss hit there.
Not really sure what happened there. It looked like the set was there. If Jorgensen just didn't feel like she was able to get to the ball in time or not.
So 3-2. Jaguars within 1. Last 2 points for Jordan. Set coming back for Trost. And she puts it down on the backside in the back right corner.
Nice swing there by Trost. She saw where the block weakness was and went right over it.
So she'll serve at 4-2 here in the second. First game went to Blaine. Near side set, blocked out. So give the kill on this near side to Maddie Dean, the junior.
Off the block there. The block was there, but Dean just shot for the outside hand. It's hard to keep the ball in when you do that. And point goes to Jordan. 4-3 Blaine.
Weirkey serving, service ace, tied at 4 in the second.
Kind of an odd play there by the back row or serve receive team. Blaine, take a look at it there. Just like little hesitation, ball drops in for an ace.
Brown again with a little bit of trouble, but she got the first touch, and Blaine recovers, got the shot down.
Catherine Hawkins with the strong attack from the left side there.
Back in for the Bengals, number 20, Allison Brisky.
5-4.
Taylor Morgan.
Morgan in.
Allison Brisky to serve now for the Bengals.
To the front, set up and in. Lexi Erickson rotated well to take that right-handed swing, and it's tied at 5.
So what happens when you can get a good pass, you can run your middles. I don't know that Jordan has the outside firepower to stay with Blaine, so they're going to have to run those middles.
Serve again from that far side for Lexi Chambers. Taylor Morgan gets set up and slams it home right in the middle of the back line. 6-5 Bengals.
But Blaine's got 2 very good middles of their own, so could come down to who can control the middle the best. Take a look at the replay. Oh, just missed the replay there.
Rebecca Hawkins back to serve. No shot for Jordan. Another shot for Morgan. And she finds its way down nearly the same spot. Took a little off, but got it to go down 7-5.
Still working on the timing there between the setter and Taylor Morgan there. But with their athletic ability, not a lot of people would be able to get that ball, but she's able to push it, not only get to it, but push it deep.
So what you're saying, it wasn't a plan to take a little off, but she just made the adjustment she needed.
I believe that would be correct.
On the near side, the shot for Hinnon, picked up by the Bengals. Now a shot far side. Hawkins, that's in.
Nice shot by Hawkins. Mentioned earlier in the first set that she had some kind of off-kilter points, but she's taken some really strong swings here, and I really like that shot deep in the corner, deep along the sideline.
Nothing off kilter about that, just a strong swing. 8-5 now, the Bengals up by 3 with younger sister Rebecca Hawkins to serve. She's the sophomore, her sister Catherine the senior.
That'll be a double contact on Anderson of Jordan.
And it started to slip, the largest lead here in this second set right now.
I believe it's 9-5. Yep, there we go.
Hawkins again to serve. Back set. Hawkins tried to dig, couldn't get it. A good shot for Lexi Erickson, her second kill of this set.
Good strong swing by Erickson in the middle, kind of out of the right side in the slot area. Now Smith's going to enter the match, go up front.
See if they can get her involved. 9-5. Make it 9-6, excuse me. Far side set for Dimke down the line, and she got it in again, hugging that line on the near side. So a good shot for her to make that adjustment. 10-5.
Take a look at the replay here. You saw that Morgan went up in the middle. That froze the middle blocker, which allowed one-on-one blocking for Jordan, but they couldn't control Dimke.
And it is 10-6. We've got it correct on our screen. They're one off in the gym here as the shot down, and that'll be 10-7.
Nice swing there by Jordan.
Megan Workey returns the lineup for Jordan.
And Klegstead will be back to serve. Brown with the dig, set up for Morgan, had a block back, but she recovered.
Nice block by Smith there. Nice block again by Jordan.
On the shot from Dimke. There's a fight for it at the net. Dimke won it. And now Jordan has to pop it over. Brown again, they'll reset. Coming back for Morgan, goes back line.
Wow, nice.
She just got it in.
Hits that back left corner. I mean, nice rally. Blaine had 2 of their big hitters taking swings, and Morgan and Dimke. Jordan blocked both of them, but just couldn't hold on for the point. 11-7 now for the Bengals.
And off the service ace. No second touch for Jordan. And the Bengals take a 12-7 lead. Paige Pitlick will come in for the Jaguars on the far side, waiting for Brown to serve. Set to this near side. Weirke with the shot. Bengals now set on the far side for Trost. Just too strong, so it'll be 12-8.
Just a little long there by Trost.
Number 16, Maddie Dean, back in for Jordan.
Dean serving for Jordan, and it's poked back down on the first touch by Weirke. Back to a 3-point set.
Nice play by Weirke there. Saw the overpass. Didn't have to be real aggressive with it. Just flipped it down for the point.
Dean again. With Jorgensen in there with Dimke. Dimke finds her way to the back right corner. 13-9.
Another strong swing down the line by Dimke. Did that one with authority.
Dimke's going to be now back to serve. Dimke, you were telling me before the match, Larry, verbal commitment to Purdue. Play volleyball, and that just misses on that far left corner on the serve.
Yep,
13-10.
That's a nice get for Purdue University. Dimke can do a lot. You see, just missed the corner back there. Good aggressive swing.
Pauly serving from this near side. Dimke setting to the far side. Shot is in and off the net.
Not really sure who that was. Number 33 for Blaine. We don't have her on our roster. Coach Gorman giving a lot of players some playing time tonight.
set for Dempke. Going again to that far side. Jordan recovers. Shot for Werke. Can't get it down. Jorgensen will finish it up. 14-11 Bengals.
Nice play there. You take a look at it. You could see when Jordan had the ball, they couldn't control the pass, so they could only go to the outside. Where Blaine controlled the pass, they had their options available, and Jorgensen made no doubt.
Trost at 14-11. Block up front, and it just finds its way out.
And that's what happens when you can get that good set. They're able to run their middle. Good swing there that time by Lexi Erickson for Jordan. 14-12 Blaine lead.
This is where it was close in the first set. We'll see if Jordan can keep it that way if the Bengals pull away. Back set near side. Popped over and in.
Point Bengals.
Not sure who that was, but she had a real good swing the previous, and that was a nice little touch shot there. We need to find out who number 33 is.
Well, if it makes us feel any better, the PA announcer doesn't even. That is Brooke Christensen as we get from the truck. Appreciate that. So she is a junior wearing number 33.
Point Bengals.
The Bengals get it a little bit too deep on the hit up front, 16-12. Bengals back up by 4. Back set blocked. Dean got the shot to go anyway as Morgan was up front along with Christensen. Found its way to the floor, 16-13.
Nice strong swing there by Dean for Jordan, but Blaine got to press it across with your block, so when the ball comes down, it's going to land on the opposition's court.
Lexi Chambers with the serve. Set for Dempke for Hawkins, picked up by Jordan. Hawkins indecisive, but it turned out okay as it popped up over her head and out of bounds. It'll be 17-13.
Nice play there by Hawkins. It was kind of close, and she's right on the line. Made the good decision to let it hit the ground.
I suppose if you're on the line and it's over your head, you can assume that it's going to be out.
That's a safe assumption.
And now Rebecca Hawkins back to serve. And that's a little too long, so a good judgment call by the Jordan Bengals as well. 17-14, back to a 3-point set. So you take a look at that one, just a bit long. Right to the low post. There on the basketball setup here at the field house. Far side, Dempke, slam it home. No worry of that one getting too deep. 18-14.
Another strong swing by Dempke. Take a look at it again. The middle's a little late getting over there, being frozen by potential set to Taylor Morgan. Jordan wanted to get a substitution in, but they're a little late getting it called.
Serve for Rebecca Hawkins. That was Catherine, excuse me. Dempke will pop it over, finds the hole. 19-14, Bengals up by 5.
And that's what a 6'1" left-hander or 6'1" hitter or setter can do for you. Go up, not expecting it, and you get that the jump set, and finds all kinds of open space.
It's the second time she's done that right at the net just in this match so far. First set went to the Bengals, trying to take the second. Morgan the shot off a block. It's picked up by Jordan. Get it over. It's blocked right back. Smith. And now they're going to say
Smith was underneath the net.
20-14, the Bengals get it, so that's set up by that presence at the net of Taylor Morgan.
And a nice play by Morgan. That's her quickness paid off there. She didn't get extremely high. She didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare for her jump, but quick jumper, just push it right back.
Jordan's taking a timeout as this one is slipped away at the 2014 mark, as it was very close, right around that 14 mark for both teams. But Larry, now the Bengals, as we saw in that first set, they've learned how to close, and we've seen that here now twice, trying to do it twice, just pulling away in the middle part of a set.
Exactly. It was 14-12 in the first set. It was 13-11, 13-10. And this time it was 14-12, and then Blaine just started, a couple points here, a couple points there, and just start, like you said, just slowly pulling away.
You can see her in the huddle, Coach Colleen Chambers, and if you talk to her at all, as you have before and I did before this match, she's very confident in the program that she has there at Jordan, and she loves this challenge of trying to bring this team along. Obviously, some of the results not exactly what she dreams of, but you can see she's got the fire to try and bring this team back. It was a birthday for that young lady right there on the screen, and they serenaded her on the far side as we're back at it in the second set. 2014. Catherine Hawkins serving from the middle. Shot for Chambers picked up by Hawkins. Far side, Trost. Shot down. Initial hit goes into the bench, and that'll be the point for the Bengals, 21-14.
Well, you have two strong programs here, not only on the at the high school level, but the youth level as well, and that helps feed your program.
It's the other thing Coach Chambers said. She's got a lot of freshmen and sophomores playing JV this year that'll be up next year. Point again for the Bengals around the net.
Just got to get that set a little bit higher. Smith's got a long body. You got to allow her to extend her arms and get up high.
She's been very quiet, unable to make a lot of impact by some of those troubles Jordan has had with the set since very early on. 22-14, Morgan just bumps it over. Smith takes that advantage and pops it right back down, 22-15.
And Morgan just couldn't handle the little short ball there, and Smith was right there, said thank you very much.
So a 7-point game. Oh, let's see. They did give that to Blaine.
Oh, I wonder what that, didn't see what that call was.
Something around the net, but the Bengals got the point. So 23-14, Hawkins still serving. Good save by the younger Hawkins. Rebecca on this near side. Trost pops it over. Back into the middle, trying to get a set near side. Dipke off a block. Jordan will recover. Smith popped it over, but right there Hawkins. Back set, Dimke pushes it back, and a good recovery by Jordan. Near side, another shot off a block, and that one's going to fall as Hawkins couldn't control. Looked like Mackenzie Hennon on this near side.
Yeah, it's one of those where Hawkins came in, was in good position until it hit the hands, and then just kind of popped it up over her head a little bit and just couldn't control it. She was in good position. You get those ball, you hit ball off hands. It really helps things out sometimes for the offense.
23-15, Morgan slams it home and somehow found a way between Smith and the net on that block. It's 24-15.
Again, if you're not pressed over with your hands, the block comes straight down. You want to be able to get across, so when you do block it down, it lands on the other side of the net.
Set point at 24-15 for the Bengals. Smith trying to prolong it off the block. Jorgensen recovered. Dipke slam it home for the set. She's closed them both out, and it's 2-0 Bengals in this match. 25-15. Your finals, we switch sides again, Larry, and too much Bengals there late in the set for a second straight time.
Yep, again, as you mentioned a couple of times, it was close early and in the middle of the match, and then Blaine just slowly but surely pulled away. Take a 2-0 lead.
25-15. The final in set number 2. We'll see if we have the deciding third set. Coming back, the Bengals up 2-0 on the Jaguars of Jordan on North Metro TV.
Join Ben Hale every Friday on North Metro TV News.
Check it out. Oh, that is magnificent.
Here comes the big one, Elizabeth.
I love it so much. I'm feeling a little guilty on account of me being married. There are 8 wonders in the world.
I can't believe it.
Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming.
Okay.
No, it's real.
My name is Fran Sorensen. I am an artist. I am an educator, and I have been educating students for 25 years. I am also a collector. I collect salt and pepper shakers. I collect postcards. I collect rocks. And I write on the bottom of all my rocks telling where they're from and who they're from. I love square dancing. I make my own TV shows free at North Metro TV, and I love it.
Get started by signing up for free TV production classes at 763-231-2803 or eric@northmetrotv.com.
Back with you at Blaine Fieldhouse, headed into the third set. 2-0 the Bengals lead. And dominant performances late in both of the first sets for the Bengals. Lydia Demke has been her dominant self, as we mentioned before the start of the match. J.W. Cox alongside Larry Mickelson here at the Fieldhouse. And Larry, you'd almost expect to just see more of the same. If the Bengals can play the way they have in the first two sets, it's going to be a long third for Jordan.
Hey, I agree with you with that. It's Jordan just doesn't have anything going right now. No momentum, no rhythm.
Demke starts things off in the third with the strong serve. Smith has the tip up over the block. Bengals recover. Smith again with the block down, but recovered well by Sierra Trost. Set for Jorgensen. Set kind of in a no man's land in front of the net. Nobody home, and it's 1-0 Jaguars.
It's kind of a
for Jordan, number 16, Maddie B.
kind of a scramble start for both teams on this particular set. Kill there by Jorgensen.
With the kill, point Bengals.
Back along the far side. Tied at 1.
Trost to serve here.
Picked up on the initial hit on this near side. It was Wierke, who now has to just pop it over. So a chance for the Bengals here early. Shot, dug out well. That was Hawkins on the shot. Coming back this near side for Dean. Make a Klegstad with the shot. That was Dean. Klegstad with the dig right there. Far side they go for Wierke. Wierke along the back line. Picked up by Trost. Shot finds its way just too deep. And the Jaguars will take a 2-1 lead.
Probably a little poetic justice there. I think Demke got away with a double contact there. And Hawkins just a little bit wide on a tough cross shot.
Sometimes the ball never lies. 2-1. Hallie Anderson.
Nice block, or nice attack there by Jorgensen.
Jorgensen put it down off of the block and out. Tied it 2 again. Trost. Excuse me. Trost is along the back. It's Jorgensen on this near side. From this near corner. Off the block. Trost picks it up. In front, Morgan. The shot blocked back. Demke recovers off the bump of Christensen.
Nice
Jordan.
play by Anderson there.
Smith as well to keep it alive for Jordan. Up front, Morgan. Took a little off and it's recovered. Far side set for Wierke. Trost, and she'll have the double contact as she hit it up into the partition, and it came right back down to her. 3-2, Jordan with the lead.
Good point there by Jordan, though. I mean, they really took it to Blaine on that one. Good aggressive swings. That's what they're going to need to do.
In that initial stretch of the season where they played 5 ranked teams off the start, Jordan won just 3 sets, but was only shut out 2 times. 3-0 loss to LeSueur Henderson and 3-0 loss to Belle Plaine. So they've shown some life late in matches, and that's undoubtedly what Coach Chambers is wanting her team to do. And they're checking on the rotation, I believe. 3-2, Jordan with the lead. As Becca Pauley will serve from our far side, right up against her bench in that corner. Set saved, but double touch, and it'll be 4-2.
If I'm Coach Gorman right now, I don't want to see my team get lackadaisical. They seem a little nonchalant out there. I'd really like to see them pick it up.
They've been cruising along, so they might as well just finish it at this point. And there's a service ace. And that's got Becca Pauley fired up, and she's trying to fire up the rest of her Jordan teammates. And they're up by 3, 5-2 here in the third.
Take a look at that service ace right there. Just gonna look, I think it may have tailed a little bit on Catherine Hawkins for the ace.
So again for the far side. Pauley steps into it. Very low over the net. Could cause some tailing trouble. Hawkins, though, finds the way off the set, slams it home. Stops the bleeding a bit. 5-3, Jordan with the lead.
Rebecca Hawkins now back to serve for the Bengals.
Both Hawkins on the floor. Brown there in the middle. Klegstad picks it up, but the second touch goes up and errant over the bench. And it's back to a 1-point set at 5-4.
Unfortunately for Jordan, they've been in this position before. Start strong, and then just Blaine just kind of rallies back. Discussion at the scorer's table right now.
Seen a couple of these already in this match today, and then 2 specifically here in the third. As I think now they're looking over at the Bengals at their rotation. The last time it was Jordan. So the far side officials trying to sort things out. Coach Chambers takes the time to creep up towards the court and talk to her team.
And as the R2 or down official, it's always a tough position right there because you're relying on your scorekeeper, and it's hard to keep track of what's going on at this point.
5-4 Jordan with the lead, and they are, as you see there, deep in conversation, trying to sort out whatever went awry.
This is probably one of the unfortunate things about volleyball. You'll get this, and they'll come back and say play. You don't know what's really going on. So
it's kind of between those two, and they've got the power to figure it out and get us started.
Just to let you know, these are not replacement officials. They are regular officials, so they know what they're doing.
It's been very smooth. I mean, the last time he had to go over it there, he figured it out real quick, but gives us a chance to show some of the young and future, perhaps Bengals, maybe at volleyball or other sports over there. And now Coach Gorman over to find out what's going on. And Roger Miller in the field house.
Little king of the road here.
Absolutely. Blaine at this point, they played that Apple Valley tournament, their last action, and then they stay regular season in single games. First they go to Park Center to start October on the 2nd. So they won't play for another week. Maple Grove, Elk River, Centennial on the schedule. Home and away, flip-flopping on those. And then they go play at the Eastview tournament.
We'll have that Blaine Centennial match here at the field house. Looking forward to that one. Centennial's down a little bit, but in the last 3, they've all gone 5. They've been epic clashes. So we'll see how that shakes out this year.
And after that Eastview tournament on the 12th of October, as you look at that upcoming schedule for Blaine, and you see them close out with Anoka and St. Michael Albertville. 16th and 18th of October. And it's that game on the 11th of October.
Okay, so the lineup situation appears to be on the Jordan side.
As we pick up a little bit from the shotgun mic on our ground camera. And we see the intent work of our camera folks.
You hear Coach Chambers saying, are we sure? Because I don't want to be wrong again.
And now both officials converging. Maybe something that those replacement officials that Larry was talking about could learn about, to make sure they're both on the same page. It's 5-4 here in the third. The Bengals trying to storm back a little bit. And we're finally set. So both teams.
Coach, your front row is 16-12-9.
Right now it's 16-4-15.
There we go. We're getting set up here. With volleyball, you can ask for a lineup check at any time if you're not quite sure. Sometimes with the different serve-receive rotations you set up, it's not always as easy as it looks out there.
Certainly not.
Here we go.
So 5-4, a 1-point set here in the third, with Jordan trying to find their way in it. As he emptied Morgan up front along the net. With the serve for the younger Hawkins. Set up front. Dean put it down, and it's dug out. Second touch goes over, fight along the net, and Dimke tried to pop it over, popped it back, and it'll be 6-4 in favor of Jordan.
I think you give the kill there to Hennon, the freshman. Nice play by her.
So Makina Wieskamp back to serve. Set along the net, Hawkins to Hawkins. Rebecca slammed it down, but it was dug out well by Klegstad. This time, Morgan.
Oh, Right idea, poor execution there. Just kind of flung it over there. But it was the right idea. Take a look at the replay here. Up, you see the ball spinning like a top.
Bengals serve the one back set, and the shot and the kill for Lexi Erickson, the 6-foot senior. 7-5. Jordan keep inching away every time the Bengals inch closer.
Starting to get Smith and Erickson involved here, and that's led to some nice points for Jordan.
With Erickson along serving, Smith does come back in. See if they can keep involving her. First touch kind of rolled up on the arms of Trost, but she was able to pop it over. And Klegstad couldn't get there in time, so it's 7-6.
Nice play by Trost there. Saw that corner open, just a two-handed push down the side.
Here Brooke Sievers, the 8th grader, comes in for Jordan. She's on that far side across in front of her own bench. As Alex Brown, the senior, going to serve. Sievers had the first touch. The shot of Smith blocked back. Jorgensen up front with Demke.
Talked a couple of times about maybe set should be a little bit higher, but they've set that ball low consistently, so that must be the offense they want to run with Smith.
Blaine all the way back, 7-7. Second touch popped over off the serve of Rebecca Hawkins, off the partition, and the Bengals can't recover. And it's 8-7.
Blaine's been burned by that partition a couple of times this set.
As you mentioned times before, though, it's not actually that low. You deal with some rafters at other places that are even lower.
Exactly.
It's just something that comes with the territory and a lot of field houses, gyms, whatever you want to call it for volleyball. Far side, Demke. Dug out by Wieskamp. Set for Wierke. And the Bengals recover again for Demke, and this time she gets it down in front of Wieskamp. Tied at 8.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that was Demke's first 2 swings of this set. And made no doubt about that second one.
The Bengals had been down. They're tied now at 8. Trying to get Demke involved a little more. The service ace from Demke. And it's 9-8. The Bengals have, I believe, their first lead of this set.
That's what I have. I'm not sure if that's what the scoreboard here has.
They may be 1 behind, and they might be 2 behind now as Demke again with the service ace. And it'll be 10-8. We've got it right on your screen there. Demke again, just deep.
That's a good serve there. She didn't miss that one by a whole lot. Put pressure on the serve received, though.
And it'll be 10-9.
This is the point if you're playing club, all of a sudden the parents start screaming, scoreboard!
I can't believe we haven't heard it yet. Jorgensen just the touch to put it up and over and down, and it'll be 11-9 Bengals. I can't decide, Larry, if she planned on doing that or not.
I don't think. Great play, though, just the kind of getting up fingers on it to control it. But that was not the design.
It was set up well to allow some success. Unlike the first touch there, kind of mishit by Klegstad. Forced to try and punch it over on the third, and she put it under the net. So it's 12-9 now for the Bengals.
Probably not the attack you want if you're Jordan, having your libero out of the back row.
Trost serves, far side. Dean put it down, dug out. Demke the set. Near side, Hawkins.
Oh, nice play by the youngster Sievers. Dug it kind of in self-defense, and it kind of line shot over the net for a point.
A fortunate point there at 12-10.
That was point made possible because Sievers was in the right spot and was ready for the ball. Nice serve there by number 13.
Becca Pauley.
Becca Pauley.
She went on a run to start this set for Jordan.
Take a look at that. She's been picking on Catherine Hawkins. She did that in her last service rotation too.
Becca Pauley again serving cross court. This time it's Brown who steps back. Demke with the set. Hawkins couldn't get a full swing on it, so it's recovered by Jordan. Back set. Christensen found the floor.
Nice point there by Christensen. Just a little touch shot across. Making her presence known here lately. She took that big arm, brought the arm back like a big swing, and then just kind of let off and hit a little roll shot over the top.
We'll go with 12-11 if that's what they have, as the block is back down. A save attempt by Weirkey, who just punched the fist out there but couldn't complete it. And now it's 13-11 Bengals. Serve from Jorgensen. To the back. Dean will get the swing and get it in front of Sierra Trost.
Jordan probably got away with a little helicopter serve there. A nice play, nice swing by Dean. She's had some nice attacks here on both the left and right side.
13-12, too strong on the serve for Weirkey. And it's 14-12.
And then we've got Rebecca Hawkins back to serve now for the Bengals.
She gets focused there. You see her close her eyes just before every serve before she starts to make her run up. Dean had it blocked back but out. So a good swing for Dean up near on this right side, and Morgan there, but along with Dimke.
Again, if I'm Coach Gorman, I want to see a little more aggressiveness out of my team. They're not really playing that well right now.
14-13. We open the set talking about same Bengals come out again. They would get the win. There's a little aggressiveness from Morgan. Slams it home. 15-13 Bengals.
That'll get it done.
Every single time as you take another look.
Just impressed the way she can elevate and kind of hang up there.
That set wasn't exactly perfect either. It was a good set, but it came up into her. But like you mentioned, she was up in the air for a long time. The service error into the net makes it 15-14. Smith back in for Jordan. See Taylor there today, a couple of blocks, 6 kills. Lydia Demke, too strong. And we're tied again at 15. Morgan set up. Smith, and she'll get called for the double contact.
Point Bengals.
When in doubt, go to Taylor Morgan. Nice play. Didn't get all of it, but just enough that kept Jordan from reacting positively towards it.
Smith tipped it as it came over. A good dig for Sievers on the near side. Shot for Hinnon, picked up by the Bengals. Right up near the net. Jorgensen recovers, popped over by Brown. Set for Smith, off the block. Brown right there. Hawkins, back set Dimke, blocked to keep it alive. And the double touch again for Smith.
Point Bengals.
And it's 17-15.
Tough play for a middle there to kind of be twisting your body around and trying to get that set.
That was going to be a good save for Jordan. Now a serve just over the net and popped in. Rebecca Hawkins.
Jordan pushed him a little bit later this set, but we'll see if they can hang with them or if Blaine continues their pattern of just pulling away.
Sorry, that was Alex Brown on that last serve.
Timeout, Jordan.
And Jordan will take the timeout. 18-15. It's been a very, very close set. As Larry just mentioned, a lead early for Jordan. The Bengals not exactly playing with that fire and intensity, but you hit it on the head. When in doubt, go to Taylor Morgan, and she has delivered here to give them a 3-point advantage.
Yeah, it's a nice weapon to have. And as it came off the court, you could see Coach Chambers point to the scoreboard and say, hey, we're right there. We got to stay with it. This is where we got to buck up and play hard.
And you see her in the huddle coaching on some fundamentals. Is right there at the beginning of that, talking about those back-to-back double hits that they had for the middle. It's a tough play, as you mentioned. But she was talking about, looked like she was saying just a little bit slower, a little more deliberate. You get to it, you get yourself set up, and you have a little more success.
Yeah. Square the hips to the ball and get in good position. Don't get lazy on it, but really work hard to get in position. One person for Jordan I've really been impressed with tonight is the 8th grader, Brooke Sievers. She's played very well along the back row.
18-15, Brown. Right-handed serve just over, and there's Sievers, who Larry just pinpointed. Smith, the shot, saved by the Bengals. Believe that was Brown who got the dig. Near side, Trost had it blocked back, but the Bengals another chance. Dimke far side, poke it over, and she forces Sievers to go for it, and just got up and over her hands into the bench. 19-15.
Sievers has been good along the back row for Jordan, but Alex Brown's been equally as good in the back row for Blaine.
And Brown with the service error into the net. Opens the door just a bit for Jordan to stay in it at 19-16.
This is where Blaine can, they have advantage over a lot of teams. You've got some offensive firepower out there with Lydia Dimke and Taylor Morgan and Jorgensen. So you can move the ball around. There's Jorgensen.
Down and in front of Sievers, 2016.
But again, starts with the pass.
Christensen will come in for Rebecca Hawkins. Debke serving. Sievers picks that one up. Set to the far side, blocked back. Jordan, they'll get another shot for Weirkey. Bengals pinned it over on the first touch. Set up front close for Smith. Off a block, Bengals recover. Dempke up front. Jorgensen finds the floor. 21-16. Bengals with a 5-point advantage.
Take a look at the replay here. Good swing by Jorgensen off the hands. Catches the defense on their heels. Service ace for Dempke.
22-16. She has ended both of the first two sets with a kill, she being Dempke. Now she's got maybe a chance to serve for it. Smith, the shot. Brown, a great job falling down to still get the dig. The shot this time goes off Dempke's hand, as that was Haley Anderson forcing the action. 22-17. Anderson will serve. Dempke.
Little long. I like the play. It was just a quick attack down the middle. But Jorgensen was just a little long. She was there. Just contact a little bit behind her, I believe.
22-18. Big moments right here for Jordan to stay in this set. Shot picked up.
There's going to be a double contact. You have two players back to back like that. It's all 99% of the time it's not going to come out clean.
23-18. That's the third time that Jordan has given up a point on a double contact here in this set. And that looms big in what's now a 5-point difference. And the first contact by Sievers there didn't give anybody a chance to get the second. It's 24-18. Match point right here for the Bengals to see if they can end it in 3. And before we get there, another timeout for Coach Chambers. She wants to talk to the Jaguars about it. And Larry, we've seen it now again. It took them a little longer to start to pull away late in the set, but the Bengals almost got their head on straight. It's just a quick timeout. Got their head on straight, started to attack, and they're up 24-18, match point.
Yeah, they were tied at 15s, but then Blaine rips off 8 of the next 11 points. And here we are right back to where we were the first two sets.
And it's going to be Sierra Trost to serve on this set point. Jorgensen up front with Christensen, along with Hawkins. And keep an eye on Dempke out there as well to set things up. Trost with the serve. Up front, far side, they go for Dean. Dean with the shot. Dig on the near side by Trost. And the double touch.
No. Lydia Dempke kind of floated into the net there.
Okay. So net up front for Dempke, one way or another. 24-19. Jordan will stay alive. Match point again. They serve. And it will be Becca Pauley, who's had some of the better runs serving from that back line in this set.
See if she goes after Rebecca or Catherine Hawkins again.
Opposite sides, Hawkins does get the touch. Far side, Christensen, and she will get the winner as it pops up and off the hands of Jordan. 25-19. A better set for Jordan in the third, but the Bengals just proved too much again late.
Yeah, that's just a little bit too much power for Blaine right there for Jordan to handle. They did play a little better, a little more aggressive. But Blaine came out and they proved tonight it wasn't the best match for Blaine, I don't think. They weren't that sharp, but they got enough to do to win. They were able to pull away at the end of all 3 sets, and that's what you're looking for if you're Coach Gorman. Let's take a look at the replay here as Brooke Christensen ends the evening. Good approach, good swing, deep corner, and off Hallie Anderson for the match winners. It's 3-0 tonight for the Blaine Bengals as they're over the Jordan Jaguars.
And it was. You see a lot of that power there on some of the highlights as well. Christensen with a couple of shots, and I'm glad we figured out who she was, wearing number 33. 25-12, 25-15, 25-19 straight sets for the Bengals here today. And when we come back, we'll talk with some of the Bengals about their victory. They're now 10-0 on the season, 5-0 in Northwest Suburban. They'll go back in conference against Park Center on their next game. When we come back, we'll get reaction from the Bengals. They're winners 3 straight sets here on North Metro TV today.
Known for its vineyards and hilltop villages, Umbria is also known for its delicious tasting pizza. Made traditionally from the finest ingredients, Umbria Pizzeria will make you taste the difference, smell the love, and transport you to Italy.
La cena è pronta.
Dinner's ready.
You might even begin to feel like an Italian.
Delicioso.
Umbria Pizzeria, turning taste into memories.
If you need seamless gutters, whether the job is large or small, you can say,
I know a guy!
For your full-service landscaping, you can say,
I know a guy!
If you need commercial or residential lawn care, you can say,
I know a guy! I'm Charlie Walker, and if you need professional seamless gutters, landscaping, and lawn care, you can say, I know a guy!
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
In Anoka County, contact Twin Cities Insurance Group, your nationwide insurance agent.
With gold at all-time high, take that rope and say bye-bye. Earrings, bracelets, rings, and chains. We buy gold at your exchange. Don't send your gold to someone strange. We buy gold at your exchange. Spring Lake Park, Frilly Blaine. We buy gold at your exchange.
Join Ben Hale every Friday on North Metro TV News.
Larry Mickelson here at the Blaine Fieldhouse for North Metro TV Channel 15, where the Blaine Bengals swept the Jordan Jaguars 3-0. And on the court, we have JW with post-match comments from Catherine Hawkins and Lydia Dipke. Take it away, JW.
Thanks, Larry. Down here with Catherine Hawkins and Lydia Dipke. And ladies, a great win for you guys. Catherine, starting with you. You guys were able to close out each of the sets late. They kind of gave a charge there in the middle. How does that happen for you guys? How have you guys learned to close as the season has gone
on? We just really focus on one ball at a time, and no matter what point it is, we just earn it and we go for it. So you don't want to let them back into the game, and if it's first game or second game, just to close out and get the win.
Lydia, for you, there's a lot of things that you can do individually, both up front with the kills and the shots, and then also setting teams up, setting people up and serving. That's kind of what your team is like in a microcosm of your team. Does that really characterize you guys, that there's a lot of players that can do a lot of different things specifically to help you win?
Our team is very well-rounded. I mean, everyone can do every position just exceptionally well. So to have every single player, from the players on the court to the players on the bench, be able to just step in and play that amazing, it's just awesome. We're a very strong, well-rounded team.
And what's been the biggest part of your success personally this season to help that team along to the 10 wins that you guys now have?
I just make sure that I focus every game and bring the best that I can bring. If I'm having an off game, I know I can count on my team to pick me up. So I just try my hardest and best every time.
And Catherine, moving forward for you guys, still a lot on the schedule left, but you've gone through most of it and had a lot of the success. What do you guys have to keep focusing on as far as to get better and make sure you guys are there at the end to finish that business that you guys started last year?
We just have to keep focusing on the team. Like, it's all about us. No individual player wins the game. It's all about us, and we just need to focus on being together all the time.
Congrats on the victory, and thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Catherine Hawkins and Lydia Demke on North Metro TV as we close it out. The Bengals in straight sets beat Jordan on North Metro TV. Thanks for joining us. For everyone with North Metro TV, including my partner Larry Mickelson, I'm J.W. Cox. Have a great rest of your night. You've been listening and watching high school volleyball on North Metro TV.